Welcome back, I'm Dr. Ruckus, and today we are fighting our way towards rank 42 Mythic with Jeskai Convoke. Once again, in Best of 3. I'm having so much fun in Best of 3. It's just so refreshing compared to Best of 1, and especially since, again, I'm only really getting paired up against people that are like rank 100 plus or even Diamond or Platinum players. I just haven't seen anyone highly ranked to play against, so the whole journey to #1 Mythic thing is definitely on pause for the time being, and it's been refreshing to play in Best of 3. It's almost the same, but it just feels more authentic. There's no hand smoothing, so you have more realistic draws. The little bit of extra mental game of sideboarding stuff in is fun. I'm just having an absolute blast with it. So we are running Jeskai Convoke today. You've probably seen it before, but for the most part, we're trying to play as many one-drops as possible that are artifacts or artifact creatures or produce artifacts. So we're playing the Spyglass Siren, which creates a map token. We're playing the Novice Inspector, which creates a clue token. We're playing the Yoshian Frontlighter, which itself is an artifact creature. I think some of these games I might be playing Boros, but I do end up deciding to ultimately splash blue just for the Siren, because it's just that much better. It is a creature and also separately makes an artifact. It's just better. It does all the things. Ideally, you have non-creature artifacts that when you go for the Gleeful Demolition, your opponent cannot, in response, use a removal spell to destroy the underlying artifact creature. It's just much worse when that's the sequence you have to go for. So ideally, you're not doing it on the frontliner, although sometimes you may have to. It's much better if you can sack the clue token or the map token to pull off the Gleeful Demolition, and then turn to drop Knight Errant, which usually ends the game on the spot. Warden is really good. It's the only one here that is not an artifact and does not produce an artifact, but the ability to tap 3 artifacts or creatures to put a +1 counter and scry and eventually get Flying Vigilance is really good, especially for the scry. It gives you a unique way to use these map tokens and clue tokens sitting around because you can just tap them to get extra value out of them on a turn you wouldn't use them anyway. And even the clue token, you don't have to tap it to use it. You can tap it for the Warden and then later still pay 2 and sack it to draw a card. So tapping this one doesn't even nullify its use. So some amount in here. It's usually the first card to get cut when I'm sideboarding in different options because, again, it doesn't promote that turn 1, turn 2 synergy of demolition, but it is still a very good card. A single Arabella in there, it's hard to pull off because it sits around for a turn. It doesn't have haste. Obviously, if you can slam it the same turn as the Recruiter and give it haste, then it's huge and basically doubles the damage you're going to deal on any given turn, but just one of those in there. 4Ks of the Gateway Express, I'm still not entirely sold on this card. It's much worse on the draw when your opponent kills all your creatures and then they play their 3-mana 3/3, and well, you have like 1 or 2 creatures because you're on the draw, and so you just don't have enough creatures to make it work. It's certainly okay. It certainly does the thing. Solving it gives you +1/+0. It's often one of the cards I sub out in Best of 3 as well. And yeah, that's most of the talking points for the deck. The sideboard, we have 4 Protect the Negotiators, which often comes in place of Case of the Gateway. It's really cool, cheap counterspell, and it gets your opponent has to pay more for each creature you control, so very synergistic with the deck, and kicking it gives you 1 extra creature, which tends to matter. Some Lightning Helix in there for some races against Mono Red. I could see subbing this out in the sideboard for Torch the Tower. Similar thing, but cheaper, and you usually have random stuff to sack to Torch the Tower, so I could see that being an improvement. Lorna the Third Path is nice. It is a creature that also kills artifacts, so it's a creature that facilitates your creature synergies, but also can pick off your opponent's Binding or, the black Annex enchantment draw engine. Flanker is in there for graveyard decks. If your opponent's running Reanimator, you can sub 2 of these in there. And then Urbas Forge is for those decks that they're slow and they can't really answer artifacts. So basically any like white control deck that has Get Lost, which can hit, enchantments and creatures and planeswalkers, but not artifacts. If you drop a Forge and then let it go to town, it's basically unanswerable. So very fun sideboard in card. That's the deck. Enjoy the gameplay. Let's dive right in. Real joy, we are on the draw. Yeah, it's kind of okay. I don't know about this Gateway Express in the opening hand. I don't think we mulligan. But I also don't love what we have here. It's a mirror. I guess we can save the mirrors in case we actually need white for something. Could drop the Inspector here, and then maybe try Warden next turn. Let's see if they pick it off. There is Stick, so they do have a little cut down action or something. Okay, creature down. Run it out again. Here comes the next creature. We need creatures. They gotta get down somehow. Very Mastermind. Well, we're not really drawing a whole lot, so that's not a huge issue. Two to the face, down to 16. We attempt the Recruiter here. There aren't too many other choices. We could actually Gateway Express. It's a little bit safer if we have 2 creatures, though. So I think we're going to do this instead. See if they counter it. Flood Pit's Drowner. Do we offer this trade? We kind of like the creature around to Gateway next turn. I don't think we offer. I don't know if they'd get rid of it or not. But ideally we keep 2 creatures around and we double Gateway this turn. And no blocks. We take a whole bunch of damage here. See if they ninjutsu in. No? Okay, I think it's double case here. Kill you. Okay. Can still deal 1 damage. I guess they're gonna cut down this one as well. Yeah. Bounce you. Alright, we Flood Maw in response. Or we reinforcements in response. I guess we pick off the flyer here for now. So we can block the 2/1, okay. Alright, we're on the board. I'm not hating this quite as much as I was hating it last turn. We're down to 11 though. Siren. They attack. I will offer the block here. Knight Errant is pretty good. Perhaps better than anything else we can be doing. I think we go for it. I mean, the case isn't bad. If they do have a counter, it's probably okay to wait 1 more turn here. Let's see if there is a counter. I don't know if they counter this or not. Can we zap you? Okay. Warden Scry are getting for a single point of damage. I think the Warden Scry is a little bit better, actually. It's not amazing, because we're going to Knight Errant anyway. But let's see what's on top here. Like a 1-drop. Yeah, it's solid. I mean, we get to Knight Errant with it. And I don't think they're going to run a sweeper, per se. Like, I think they're just really tempo-y here. Yeah, it's another flash creature. It is an issue. We're going to need some sirens of our own. Take one of our Knight Errants, but not both. And it looks like they won't have enough mana for the counterspell. Map token, see if they hit another land. They do, good for you. Down to 8. Against a pair of flyers. Here's a frontliner. And here we come. I think it's these guys. We really want to leave open blue. There's a flyer. And I guess we'll take this one as well. Okay, flying is good. We can tap Knight Errant, I suppose. Don't need more land. Eventually the Warden gets to flying as well. Flood Pits taps down the Siren. They're going for the tempo thing. We now need another flyer, or we might lose the game. Down to 5. Land is not it. We could draw. Let's go ahead and clue, draw. If we're going to tap it, we could tap it now to make a flyer here, actually. Hold on. That might be worth doing, actually. We could tap this, and even the reinforcements if we really want to. So tap, 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 basically. We now have flying. We don't need another land. We could still take the draw now. For 2? We're looking for more flyers. They get a draw 2, unfortunately. Okay. Well, you have vigilance. 2 blockers back for the Drowner. I think that's kind of sufficient. Now that they're blocking you. See if they have Go for the Throat. No. Down to 10. We could tap more things, but we like what we have here, basically. We do flip the cases, so everyone's a little bit stronger. Let's see if they can just out-tempo us for lethal. I don't think they'll have it this turn. I doubt they can get rid of all 3 creatures. We win. Whew, tight game. Sideboard against Dimir. The tempo is so strong. They can probably Flood Maw the Forge away. I feel like Lightning Helix is good against the bats. We just want to be able to zap the bats. Not so sure about the counterspell thing. It's not awful. Question is, does the Forge come in or not? Like, what would we put in if we wanted to do it this way? Arabelle is okay. It's good tempo. Case, I feel like is not as good as the Helix. I feel like the flyers are good. I don't even know if we put it in the Forge. 2 cards to cut. I like the Helix and I like the cases. I don't think Forge makes it. Maybe one more Warden goes. Just try to zap all the bats. What are they going to put in against us? Just creature removal, I guess. I think this is about right. Opponent goes first. Hey, we have Gleeful Demolition. It's okay. Man, if we hit any one drop into Gleeful Demolition, it's so good. But currently, it's useless. Nope, not it. All right, hard mode. Let's see if it's bat time. It is bat time. Yep, to take one of our removal spells. We are running a lot more this time. So we should be able to zap the bat, get back a removal spell, do something else. Okay. Blue it is. And they know we have Case, and they know we have Gleeful Demolition, but we'll go ahead and do this now. Thank you. We're doing our best here. Another bat. I guess take the Case. We have no removal spells left. Just a whole bunch of 1/1s. We could trade? Yeah, seems reasonable. Get back our... That seems fine with me. Helix as well. That's pretty good. In terms of them being tapped out, I wouldn't mind getting the Case back. I think it's a good idea to knock it out now. I mean, they could just block. Let's see if they block first. I doubt it, but worth a check. Then we could play Reinforcements instead this turn. Nope, they eat it. Alright. It's Helix here then. Let's just make sure we do it underneath the counterspell. Maybe they took out all the counters though. Maybe they don't run counters anymore. That'd make a lot of sense. Yeah, they probably run the little flood marmoset thing. I forget what that is. Is it a seal? I don't know what that thing is. An otter, maybe? Okay. We can start with an attack here. I mean, they flash in a 2/1. It doesn't block particularly well. They flash in Urtai Resurrected. Yeah, it's a different story. That's not so scary. Okay. I mean, you're stunned. So we cannot attack with 3 creatures. So we can't flip the Case. But let's see if they block or not. They do. Alright. We could also Mirrex token, but I think we just hold the Reinforcements here, I guess. Mirrex token is not bad, though. Then we could Gleeful Demolition it. I think that's all for now. It is an artifact, so we could sack it to the Gleeful Demolition. Fountain Port, potential draw engine. Yeah, I'm feeling like the Mirrex into the Gleeful Demolition is not bad. They probably pick it off in response, though. But I don't think it's bad value. This feels like a longer game than last time. Yeah, we can attack here and Novice Inspector after combat. I don't think we're slamming the Gleeful Demolition just yet. We can just keep making Mirrex tokens, honestly, and playing 1-drops. Until we force them to commit. They make a fish. It's a lot of mana. Okay. I mean, we're netting even off the tokens here. We could go for Gleeful Demolition now. Let's see if they have a stick here first. They do. Alright, I don't think we go for Gleeful Demolition. I think instead we go Mirrex token or even take the draw. Shelter of the Apocalypse, but they know we have the Case, right? So I guess they have a counterspell too? I mean, I think we're going for the Reinforcements here, plus the draw, I suppose. If we want to guarantee the Case goes through, actually we don't draw. We sack it instead to Gleeful Demolition. Just to be sure, I think that's the most sensible thing. Draw up. They could still have a counterspell. Let's begin here. That way we for sure have at least 5 creatures. And then we attempt this underneath a counter. It should be pretty good. I'll be surprised if they can nab it here. Zap you. Okay, very nice. Oh, yeah. All the pings. Hold up in Lightning Helix. Get in there for a big chunk of damage. Drop to 10 with Lightning Helix open. And flip the case. That was a huge turn for us. Can they kill the case? Oh, baby. All right. What a game. Good game. 51 Mythic. On the draw with Gleeful Demolition is always... Gleeful Demolition is the best card you can have in the opening hand. So we keep this for sure. Ideally we hit one more 1-drop. Spyglass Siren. Alright, fast land on white and red. We get the Inspector down. And ideally hit one more 1-drop to pair with it. One to the face. Tap out for a bat. Take the case of the gateway. They must. They have no option. Unless they really want to slow us down that badly. Case disappears. Knight Errant is amazing as well. We do the thing. Zap you. 3 creatures into the top deck Knight Errant. I can't complain too much about that. This is about the best start we could have. So let's not lose this game. Hey! He scoops. Fair enough. Yeah, Knight Errant turn 2 is always a ball buster. What were they even playing? They're playing Dimir. Dimir Bats. I think Case is okay, actually. Like, we could put in more removal spells for the Bats. Because the Bats are going to be annoying. So, like, we could take out you. Maybe an Evangelist. I think the removal spells would be good against the Bats. Maybe just like this. You can always take out one Warden. I feel like that card maybe doesn't always need to be in 4s. 2 cases, 2 Lightning Helixes. I think that's pretty reasonable here. Yeah, I think that's about right. Let's get it done. One lander, Gleeful Demolition into Knight Errant. This is perhaps one of the only one-landers I think it's keepable on the draw. Just Siren to Gleeful Demolition to Knight Errant. Like, they scooped last time. Let's see if we can get them to scoop this time. It's tight, though. Oh, what the heck, man? All right. Okay, I mean, you could have won that for sure. We didn't have white yet. Okay, we're on the draw with Gleeful Demolition. That's like the best card, right? I think we definitely keep this. Who's the better sack outlet? Frontliner comes back. I guess we can do it all, right? I think we start with the Percussionist. I feel like that's the better sack outlet. Plus it's got haste. Bop him for 1. Nice, down to 19. Then we go Demolition, see if we hit a playable, hit a land maybe. Unless they kill it immediately. I feel like they're going to kill our Percussionist here. There's not a whole lot we can do about that. Technically we should attack first. Destroy target artifact. They can respond, I guess. I think we attack here first, basically. Let's get him. Alright, we attempt this, and I guess they maybe respond and pick it off. Which is too bad, but I don't really know what else we can do. Yeah. Ooh, it's Torch too. We don't even get the death trigger. Well, that sucks. Feeling less good about this. That's a card. We need an answer to that pretty badly. That's not helping. Okay. This is not looking so good. I guess we have to sub in enchantment removal as well. Someone else, yeah. I don't know. Torch the tower. Blowing out the Gleeful Demolition. Archfiend of the Dross. 6/6. How do we beat that? I mean, it's a card. It's in fact the card, but is it enough? Almost not, right? I think we need to save it for next turn and crush them out of nowhere. I think it's just this, and we hope they attack and kind of just like don't have gas here. And maybe we hold back 1 bat. They probably have removal though. It's got to be a handful of removal here. How good is blocking with 1 bat? To 12. To 12. I kind of think we want everything here. Let's go no blocks. I mean, we'll have a huge pump squad this coming turn. I think there's no blocks here. Down to 12. Let's see what you're doing with 5 mana. For the sweeper, then we're sad. 2-mana removal spell on a bat. Okay. Again, on their turn, both of them. Alright. That's kind of too bad. We're down to 8. We'll lose 2 more off the NX, so we need a blocker back now. Which we don't have. So we have to win here or that's game. I don't really see what else we can do here. Yeah, I don't think we can get there. Because we can't block the flyer. So what are you going to do? It's just the biggest attack we can muster. And they have stick. They have 1 more removal spell too. Well, this is going to be a tough matchup for us. How do we beat them in game 2? I mean, we can't block the flyer. This is a game. We've lost. That's all there is to it. It's a good amount of damage. But 8 is certainly not enough. So that's just game. So how do we beat this thing? I mean, Unholy Annex would be huge to kill. So we could play enchantment removal. I don't know how good the Forge is. We can either just try to blitz them faster on the play, and then be on the draw in game 3. Or try to load up answers. I mean, I almost think just like... I'm not even sure we should change our strategy that much. Where's that board go? Definitely not Leyline of the Void. Lauren could be useful. Destroy the enchantment, but... Get Lost is cheap removal. Like, we might not have enough creatures. This seems reasonable to me. I don't think they're going to have that many creatures. This could kill the enchantment. Is anything worth playing the Forge? I think the Forge isn't really good enough against the demons. It does survive. If all they play is removal, it could be good. Like, if they just sub in a bunch of removal. We could do this. It's just like... I feel like if we take this tack, we should also play Lauren, though. Because if we're going to play the long game, then we have to be able to pick off their enchantments. So if we wanted to do this... Who gets cut here? Probably cut A, Arabella. And A, Evangelist, maybe. So this is maybe we blitz them fast. But if we drop a Forge on 3, and all they play is removal, we could be okay. We can try to pick off the enchantment best we can. We're a little bit at the mercy of the 6/6, though. We don't have really many answers to that. Don't want to cut any 1-drops. No, I think this is about it. I don't think Case of the Gateway is big enough to kill the 6/6 most of the time, especially with all the removal, so this is what's going on. This is it. We're on the play. We're going to make it happen. That's our game plan. I will play first. White with Knight Errant. Knight Errant is so good. I think we definitely keep this. We'll figure out red when it comes. I guess Frontliner is the best into first round of removal. And when it attacks, we get the trigger, so yeah, here we go. On the play with Knight Errant could be very good. We could just dome them out of nowhere. The question is how to win game 3 if we get that far. 2-0. So this turn we flash in the reinforcements. Torch, exiled immediately. Alright. Let's hope we can even, let's hope we can get the Knight Errant down. It'd be massive if we could, but if they go 1-for-1 with us, we might not be able to. Here comes 2 1/1s, and they zap one of them immediately. They're just subbing in the removal. Okay, we still have 1 left over. We're not quite at Knight Errant yet. That's kind of big. Again, we're not quite there, but we're getting closer. We need 1 more turn here. It's got to be you. We need all the creatures. So no Knight Errant this turn, but next turn we could do it immediately, unless they burn removal now. Maybe they're smart enough to kill our creatures before we can possibly Convoke. Exile you, all tapped out. We do get to Knight Errant here. 4th land. I still think it's just Knight Errant. Yeah, I still think it is. We'll play this out. We try to leave open, pay with you guys. Try to reload here. Okay, fantastic. Maybe they sub in like Brotherhood's End. I don't know. But we're doing the best we can. I mean, next turn we have a big recruiter. If they had all let us untap with creatures. It's the 6/6. But I think we're just on the move here. Do we wait 1 more turn and gain haste? +1 and haste. Yeah, we gotta go. It's time. We're on the move. We gotta blitz them down. Push. I mean, if we put it here, they can't really block it so easily. I think that makes sense to me. Otherwise, we put it elsewhere, we shove through what? 12 damage. I think you put it here. If they want to trade, they can trade. They block there. They eat a lot of damage. We try to run it back next turn. They still have 3 cards in hand. Down to 4. We do lose 2 life. We technically could draw into like the removal spell for the 6/6, but it's more like, can we just blitz them down to 0 before they can mount in defense? Unholy Annex. They go up 2 life, 1 mana open. Looks like they have a removal spell here. Probably just torch you? That's it though. We attack all, we get through 3 damage. We just need a little bit more to 6. I think we take the draw. Attacking for 3 isn't amazing. If we hit the removal spell, we do win on the spot, basically. They also have to win before the Archfiend kills them. Yeah, attacking for 3 ain't it. Let's take a draw here. Come on, baby. That's interesting. It could get flying, which could block the thing. And we could do it multiple times this turn, too. Let's do it. Sorcery speed, we can tap 3 things. So we can go 1, 2, 3 easily. And we could still do it again. Forge, I don't think that's what we take to win here. I don't think the extra 1/1 per turn is going to do it for us. I think we want that removal spell, basically. We can do it again here. 1, 2, 3 is fine with me. How many counters to get a... It's 3 of them, right? Hold on. Land, also not it. I don't think it's it either. I think this is where we're at. We flash in the reinforcements. They can attack if they want, but they only have 2 turns left on the Archfiend. Maybe we use the Warden to block if we're lucky and they don't have, you know, a go for the throat type thing. But I think we're scrying to like a removal spell or another Amadean's Recruiter. 2 mana down. That's okay. Dead. We do lose 2 life. We are down to 14. We're not going to have that flying blocker. Let's see if they attack or hold back, though. Piggy Bank, it's a blocker. They're all tapped out. Are you going to attack me? You got to win sometime. Okay, well, I guess this is coming in then, basically. So block, take 4. It's not enough. We have to draw again. Come on, baby. Give me something good. That doesn't do it, but it is a free attack. Take 5. We go down 4 to 8, and they basically swing for lethal, so that's not acceptable. But we can definitely attack with the Percussionist and force them into a block. They probably will go no blocks. Come on. We lose 2 life. We drop to 10. I think that's still acceptable, though. Drop to 10, take 6. Drop to 4, drop to 2. If they kill the Knight Errant, we have to block, and we lose off the Piggy Bank. So maybe it's not actually worth it. I mean, the question is, do they have another removal spell for the Knight Errant? If they do, they win. If they don't, we get 1 more turn. They kind of have to win with Archfiend, though. I think we're going no attacks. We'll hold this card in hand, just in case. It gives them a little bit of pause. Yeah, end here. So we can't lose too many creatures because the Archfiend pings us for 2 each time. But they now have to win before their next upkeep. So they need to kill their own Archfiend, or they need to kill us this turn. They attack with both. So basically, we just don't want to lose life off of the Archfiend. So I don't think we want to jump block. So if we do this, we take 6, drop to 6, take 2 more, drop to 4. I think this is it. I think they're going to play a second Unholy Annex and try to get us that way. So I think we just don't want a creature to die this turn. And I think this is our best way to do it. Maybe they have us. We're down to 6. That dies, they get a treasure. Maybe they can turn 5 sweep. I still think that was the right play with the information we had. Gix's Command, they have the sweeper. All right. Well, but they keep the Archfiend and they untap and lose, right? Or did we get pinged that much? Damn, that was a close game. I think we played that as best we could. And we lost, but that's okay. I'm not dissatisfied with how we played. I think it was reasonable. I think our sideboarding decisions were reasonable too. Good game. On the play versus Andrea. 2-lander. Oh, beautiful. What a gorgeous opening hand here. My goodness. I'm feeling the turn 2 scoop. I'm feeling it. Let's see if they have any interaction for us. Oh, the tap land. Nah, you're done. It's game over. Alright, we just need to make sure we leave white open here. So we go red. Do not screw us, auto tapper. We do the thing. We're doing all the things here. We play the Knight Errant. It's game over. It's lights out, baby. Okay. Here we go. Can run it back next turn even. Watching out for that temporary lockdown, though. So in the face of temporary lockdown, we probably attack all and play the reinforcements after the fact. I think that's the best move here. Who knows if they play it or not? Some kind of Bant control list. Yeah, but are you too slow for us? It's an Overlord. Feels slow to me. Alright, do your thing. We have 10 damage on the board. And into a sweeper, we can still run out the reinforcements again. Get him good. Down to 2 and 2 or 3 reinforcements. And what are we subbing in? I think we're going Forge for sure. There's the Sunfall. And there's Lethal. Okay, on to game 2. I think it's definitely the Forge here. The case has like no targets, right? So that's probably one of our worst cards, if not the worst card. Lauren seems huge. If we had to put in another card, we could put in a Protect the Negotiators. Cut out a lot of 2-drops. A single counterspell could be good. I guess I don't have space for that. I kind of think Arabella's not going to stick around that long. I think we could cut her. What else could we cut for more? I mean, Evangelist is kind of slow. I think we could take some Protect the Negotiators. If we're just trying to protect against the Sweeper, like, I think this could be okay here. If we don't draw into the Forge. What if we chop down the Warden again? And also put in the Evangelist? Warden feels kind of too slow, right? And doesn't really contribute towards the Gleeful Demolition win plan. We just put in the other Protect the Negotiators, though. Let's run it like this. I think this feels okay to me. You could even cut Warden for 1 Arabella. 1 drops are good. Let's leave it like this. 1 Warden could be okay. Or should it just be Arabella? She's an artifact. Okay, this is what we're doing. Let's run him down. Unless you're running like 4 lockdowns, 4 Sunfalls, all the anti-creature stuff. I mean, oh, the 0 lander. Wow. Okay, that's best of 3 for you. 2 lander with no white. Jesus. I mean, we could Gleeful Demolition and try to hit white at some point. This is an extremely sus keep. Jeez, best of 3 is brutal, man. I mean, Demolition's okay. Damn, that's tough. If we don't draw white, we're screwed. But it's such a good hand otherwise. I might be too greedy from best of 1. I might be too greedy. We'll see. Nope, never didn't have it. Definitely never had any doubts. Got that same explosive start. But we'll see if they run 4 copies of Lockdown this time and how that goes. It's a, let's see, someone already named this for me. Oh, we got the Forge too. Okay, I'm feeling good about this. I think we still try. I think it's very unlikely they have an answer here. I think it is still this. And I think it is this again. Alright, I mean, we'll see what they got here. I'm kind of surprised they play this land. Do nothing. We have the double recruiter. I think we're just going for it. Make him have it. Nope, no stick there. Okay, that's a huge amount of damage. Smite the recruiter. We still keep the pump everywhere. Drop to 7. They could run turn 4 sweeper. They could still lock down. Beza. How do we do against that? Ooh, interesting. So recruiter gets in 3 attackers for 6 damage. It's not that bad. Or we can Knight Errant, which I also don't love because it sets up for the next sweep. Forge is also an option. I think it's just the next recruiter here because most stuff sticks around. I don't think we Knight Errant. I think we get him. Trade. Trade. That doesn't feel like a sweeper then. So they don't have the sweeper, otherwise they block the recruiter here. So drop to 4, there's no Sunfall coming. And there's no lockdown coming, unless they top deck it. Alright, it's a couple blockers. They can't binding us effectively yet. We could forge. I think we're getting in there for more damage. I think we are forging here. And I think we're just shoving through damage. The Forge is going to put on a lot of pressure. And they don't have a cheap binding, really? I guess they have like a 3-mana binding. Down to 2. They have the binding. 4-mana binding. I must have miscounted. Oh yeah, that's double planes. We hit him for 1 here. Now we hit him for lethal unless they have another removal spell. We definitely keep pushing. Let's make him have it. Scoop. Okay, I mean, pretty fortunate draws there. Both games we had turn 2 Knight Errant, and they held their own for that second match, so good game. We definitely got fortunate there. I shall be on the play versus Achilles. It's a lot of land, but better than no land, I'll tell you that. We're keeping it. Best of 3 kind of reminds me of Limited in paper. Like, I don't know, stuff just has to go right. I guess Siren is always pretty good here. Over the Warden? Yeah. I think we're looking to take that Warden Scry, though. The Siren Screech reminds me of the Harpies in the beginning of BG3. That's a tough fight, dude. If you haven't fought that, if you're like level 2, even level 3, those Harpies will stomp you. On Tactician. You don't play anything less than Tactician, obviously. Oh man, the dream draw here. Nearly the dream draw, I would say. So we Demolition you. Is there any reason to play you first? We could tap 3. And then Demolition and tap 3 more. I guess that's like better, right? Sequencing wise? Right, 1, 2, 3. Tap you first before we get rid of you. Don't need more land. And then we Demolition the artifact. And then we do it again. It's so good. We're doing stuff. It's playable. I'm gonna keep it over land. We can map token. I don't know. I'm keeping it. We're on the board. I'm just happy to be on the board. I'm happy to be playing. Okay. So probably Siren plus reinforcements. If we play all that out, we can get that 3rd counter. Seems reasonable to me. So do it now. If we really want the Scry, we could sacrifice a point of damage to guarantee it now. I don't think that's the worst option. We would like some better stuff. Let's go ahead and guarantee it. So we go you. We sacrifice a single point of damage here. I don't think you want that. It's okay, but I think we're doing better here. Cool. I think we're good to attack here. Unless you want one more Scry, right? Let's see if they give us one more Scry. Or if they kill the Warden in response. No, not yet. Let's Scry again. 1, 2, 3. How about not a land on top? I mean, we're going crazy wide here. All right. They do finally kill it, but we got some very useful Scries out of the way. Like that. Like, I don't want that in the next draw. We only hit him for 2, but I think that's okay. I think long term, we got a ton of value out of that turn. 3rd land. I don't think we're worried about sweepers till like turn 5. Annex. All right. Well, lose 2. Take a whole bunch of damage this turn. We do not scry into anything useful after all of that. Probably put you on the flyer. Not a land. I don't know, man. I mean, if they play a 4 demon next turn, it's actually pretty good. We can show them the land they know, I suppose. Although more red could be more useful. But we give away a little bit less information. Okay. Good. Excellent. We scried away all the lands there. So what are we even up against? That was like, I don't remember. Mono black? Or Dimir black? Like enchant removal is good. Counter spells could be good against the big demon stuff. I never know about the Forge versus that. Like I feel like it's too slow against the 4/4 demons. I think you're looking to kill the demons. And I'm always kind of cutting there. I feel like Arabelle is less. Okay, so the Gateway Express is a little bit harder to pull off. We're gonna be able to draw this game too. It's probably much worse than the draw because they just pick off all our creatures. I think that's about okay. Yeah, let's try that. Wow, the number of 0 landers in best of 3 is insane. It's almost, I was gonna say realistic. It's not realistic. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's not okay. Oh god, this is such a bad hand. But we're on the draw, and if we hit anything, it's amazing. The Recruiter's just a better evangelist, for the most part. We're doing it like this. We gotta hit a 1-drop on 1. At least a 2-drop on 2. I can't multi 5 though, that's ridiculous. Duress. There goes Gleeful Demolition. Okay. Turn 1 Duress. Good lord. Hey, it's playable. I'll keep that. Hold on to reinforcements. Is it annex time? We'll hit them hard. It is annex time. All right, buddy. Here we go. Here comes the pressure. I hope you like drawing cards because we're going to make you pay for them. Down to 16. It's our last fast land. Hit him. Get him good. It ain't getting much better than this. Down to 9. Let's see if they have the 4/4 demon. And we don't have any counterspells open. I don't know if those counterspells are any good. No demon yet. That's not so bad. We hit him with the next recruiter. They go down to 7. Arabella can almost have haste, which is kind of interesting, but I think you just have to play the recruiter here. I think you just have to go for it. I mean, they probably have removal. Or even a counter. Wow, they might have a counter. Spell stutter, damn. They didn't play a demon last turn, so let's see if they flip for the demon this turn. It's tap land. I don't know. They do have the demon. Now they go up 2 life every turn. That's huge for them. Okay. See if we can hit him with Arabella next turn. I don't know. If they hold back the Archfiend, that's also an issue for them because they have to win in a couple turns here. They pick you off instead of picking off Arabella. Because it's an artifact. Interesting. Maybe they don't have any other answers? Liliana. Sack the frontliner. That's not that bad. The question is, do they attack with the Archfiend or not? Sack you. We can replay you. We do drop down to 14 here. Let's see how well we can top deck. They go up to 9. It's not a good top deck. We attack all, drain him for 2. Feels like not the way to do it. I mean, we'd just drain them for 3 and get in for 2 damage. We drain them for 3 and only lose 2 on the crackback. But they're kind of incentivized not to attack right now. I think it's better to do nothing. I think we want them to feel like they can't attack with the Archfiend. But yet they have to attack because they have to win in the next 2 turns. I mean, they get the Risen Reef here too. That's like almost game. It's very close to game. That's interesting. Huh. Are they going to look for another removal spell? They mill us. They could mill another frontliner. They don't. That would be interesting. I mean, they have to attack with the Archfiend. Plus doesn't do anything. You gotta attack now, right? A flying blocker. That's massive. I don't think we're attacking still. Where to put the token? We could put it on Arabella, knowing that they have Go for the Throat. Those have annoying with Affliction, though. Maybe put it on the 1/1. Are they gonna play Into the Flood Maw? Let's put it here. So they have 2 turns left. I mean, they have to win next turn, right? So the question is just how do we survive the most? And the Arabella attack does net us up. We go up 4, we go down 2. It's a net up, though. I think that's the play here. We just need to survive next turn, basically, until the Archfiend kills itself. I guess Liliana. It doesn't really matter where we go, for the most part. Jace gets him a removal spell. Liliana's kind of a removal spell. I mean, this gets through, what, 6 damage? It's not bad. I don't know if it's worth it or not. Here we go. We'll put the +1 here because I want to kill Arabella the most anyway, I'd imagine. And we do get the drain for 4. Mastermind, okay. They were going to do that anyway, though. So we lose 2 life there and 2 life there. So basically we net out even, but the Mastermind is dead. We do have a flying blocker still. Down to 10. Okay. We're doing our best here. Can they get us from 10 to 0? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Yeah, they should have it. Liliana minus. We go down to 8, attack for 6, and then annex for 2. So we tried our best. I mean, this is a tough position we were in. Yeah, that's game. Close. We did our best. I mean, off to not an ideal start versus them, I guess. Yep, 6 to the face. End turn. Annex. We have no ability to do anything in response. So we run it into game 3. I still don't know if the Forge is any good against them. I mean, these 6/6s end the game so quickly. There's the frontliner. That could have been interesting. We'd have had one more life if we had had the frontliner off the Arabella trigger. So we'll be on the play this time. So Case of the Gateway is a little bit better, actually. Lauren is still okay. I mean, if we just counter their stuff, it's pretty good. Maybe it's this. The Forge is super annoying, but at the end of the day, if they have a 6/6 demon that blocks all day, I don't know if the Forge is good in that matchup. We're on the play. Here we go. It's a lot of land. It's totally keepable. Let's go. I think blue on 1 is the way to go here. Let's see if they turn on Duress. Take our Gleeful Demolition again. Nope, not this game. Okay. Swing for 1. Removal spell. We have a lot of land here. So, the next draws better be good. We have no Knight Errant yet. Whole bunch of land. That's a big one. I guess we'll find out if they have the counter. We haven't seen any counters. I don't think they would sub in any counters either. Give them heck. I don't think you run counters against this, right? Everything's too cheap. No, they got the spell stutter. Still wouldn't play that differently. I mean, we just gotta get in there. Down to 14. Only lands in hand. 1 drop on 1, 2 drop on 2. That's actually interesting. We have the soldier. That's pretty good. We can kick it. Let's see what they have here. And do we counter it or just wait for the demon is the question. No, you let that go. We got bigger fish to fry here. Down to 10, hold the counter. Give me a demon or an annex. I think you have to counter the annex in case they hit the 5th land. Do nothing. This is okay here. This is not that bad. Get in there. See if it's another removal spell. Go for the throat there. Again, I think it's okay. I think we flash in the reinforcements and still save the counterspell. Down to 9. End here. What do you got? No. 1 for each creature you control. So we're good. We got enough white to do it all. I'm just double checking. Let's kick it. Alright. It's kind of the best we can do. They would need the second sweeper to finish us off. We'll take the draw. We could hit Nimidane's Recruiter off the top. No, it's too expensive. Still, I'll take it here. That doesn't help us this turn. They scoop. All right. Good game. Good match. 43 Mythic. On the draw, we keep this. It's a lot of land, but, oh, Mono Black Duress. The turn 1 Duress. Cool. Well, what's better, Arabella or reinforcements here? I guess Arabella as soon as possible is ideal. They have the tap land. Ooh, Knight Errant's also very good, though. Probably even better than Arabella. There's Stick. Yeah, they probably cut down Arabella anyway. I think we play reinforcements into Knight Errant. At least attempt to. Show me the cut down. There it is. I know. Get it all out of your system. Do what you gotta do. A Bronco. Wow. Okay. We're doing our thing here. I don't see any stick. I don't think there's any more cut down left. We go land, Siren, and Knight Errant all together. Okay. Do the thing. The thing has been done. Who's good? I mean, in general, the value I think is good. And we're okay on mana for the most part. I think we take these guys. These are the best 1-drops on turn 1, essentially. That's a card. I mean, the Arabella's gonna put down a smackdown for sure. So maybe it's Arabella Scry here. 2 map tokens on the Knight Errant could also do something. But the Arabella swing is gonna be massive, I think. Flyer's not bad as well. Let's go white-red. Arabella. And then Siren plus Warden. Doesn't matter which order we do it in. Yeah, you're blue. Yeah, that's okay with me. We can probably take some of these. For sure, you 3 can go. Land on top, we don't need at this point. We want to leave back 1 to block, and maybe... Yeah, we could probably block with Arabella on the Bronco too. So let's do like these 3, I think. Another land. Do we do 1 more round? I mean, how good is that next card going to be? We just leave back the Siren to block the Archfiend? Or just let the Archfiend go, try to block the Bronco? I mean, if we pick up a nice card here, it's kind of huge. Let's leave the Knight Errant back. Alright, 3 lands in a row. Cool, no tax. Good scries. It's not a sweeper. Can, what, gain some life, maybe? Destroy artifact or enchantment. Ah, Arabella down. Cool. Fair enough, down to 16. Down to 10. We scried all the lands away. Give me something good on top. No. Wow. It's got vigilance as well, which is nice. So basically we just leave back 1 or 2 Sirens here. We could go Inspector draw. Let's begin here. Scoop. Alright. I don't know. I mean, okay. So they were what? Mono black? Case is a little bit too small. It's not awful. I wouldn't mind like at least 1 Protect the Negotiators. They were Golgari. And they ran demons. They probably run the demon, right? I think at least 1 of you guys could get in there. Forge is okay. I mean, we're going to be on the draw. Protect the Negotiators is not as good. If we take out their 3-drop, maybe it's better than I think. Maybe it's actually better than I think. Why don't we take out these guys? Let's try this. Let's try this against them. Yeah, let's see how this goes. I think this is okay. We try to counter their 4/4 demon, try to counter the 3-mana draw engine. We try to destroy the enchantment of the chalice thing. I think that's our plan here. Oh man, Demolition is so good with almost any top deck, right? Almost any top deck. Ah man, I think you keep this. It's got so many of the pieces of an incredible hand. That is not one of them. It's not one of them. It's not an artifact. It's the only 1-drop that's not an artifact or doesn't produce an artifact. Okay, you actually are an artifact. There is stick. But they cut down first. So we get to resolve an Arabella. And we could sack the Arabella to Gleeful Demolition into like a Knight Errant. Like it is possible. Let's see if they have more removal. I don't know if you pull that off into open mana though. If they blow it out, we're kind of screwed. So I think you actually cannot do that. Which means instead we're just recruiting this turn. Which is a little bit silly. But we really want to resolve a Knight Errant, I think, more than almost anything else. And I don't think you can go for the Demolition into open mana. Yeah. Get zapped in response. That would not be a good outcome. We're definitely still in it. I mean, a single Knight Errant down would be huge. Here comes the demon. I mean, we gotta just keep playing creatures. There's no other way to do it. I don't think we're attacking, though. No, I don't think so. Artifact or creature? Knight Errant gone. 2 to go. drop to 16. If we can hit a 1-mana flyer, that could be big. Down to 11. They do have to beat us in 3 turns. Oh, well, removal. Doing things on the play. Down to 9. Yeah, that's pretty tough. I mean, we can attack here. But it looks like we might lose this game too. Alright. 2 attacks. Do your food thing. Before we move to blocks, we have to make a blocker here. We still take 7. Because the creature dies. Down to 3. Down to 1. You were too late, my friend. It's too late. We lose. We cannot beat this. We just can't. There's nothing we can do. Yeah, I mean, that's just it then. We don't need to show the counterspell. But yeah, we just can't win here. We have no ability to block the flyer. We could pay all 5 to cast the Knight Errant. Even if we got a flying blocker, we don't have the mana to pay it. So that's just game. Alright, we try again. We probably don't... Yeah, good game. Yeah, alright, that's fine. Well, no, we're going to be on the plane this game. I feel like the counterspell is maybe not as useful this time around. Case the Gateway Express is still hard, though. I don't know if that's any better. Maybe it's the same stuff here. I don't think we can make it much better. I think that's still basically it. We go on the play. We have mana. We have it. We got to keep this for sure. We just need white on 1 to start. So begin here. And then demolition the artifact. Don't need to protect the negotiators until like turn 3, turn 4. They take a creature or an artifact, of which we have none. That's huge. This is good for red. Demolition. I guess between the two, actually, we'd probably rather burn the map token. Because we have plenty of land already. Map token. No counterspell for 2, but we can hold it open for 3 for the Chalice, or for 4 for the Demon. It's the Bronco. That's certainly a card. Just want to hold open blue here, which we can do for sure. I think we take quite a few of these. If we tap the treasure, we can still sack it. We don't have to tap it, I guess. Let's go 1, 2, 3. That's fantastic. Huh. That's like really damn good. I think we basically just keep taking, and it's on top. We don't even actually want to draw it. I think we just make this guy as big as possible. I don't think we even block the Bronco. 1, 2, 3. Get in for 1. Leave it on top. Hold the counterspell. I think getting in for 1 is just fine. Because next turn's going to be big. We basically don't want to draw it now because we don't want them to be able to strip it out with dreams of steel and oil. So here comes their attack. They lose life. They know we have the counterspell. We take 2? What do you want to cast this turn? That's it. Okay, so they're going to have removal, but it's going to be too late, basically. We'll take the draw now. In response, they can kill the Warden if they want, but that's going to be the least of their issues shortly. Draw the Recruiter and another creature. As long as we have enough mana, which we do, it's going to be a huge turn here. Okay. Haste. Get him. Attack all button. Down to 1. Think we get there. I don't think they can come back on turn 4 from this. Very nice. Good game, Big Daddy. What are we ranking up to? 42. Alright, thank you for staying to the end. If you enjoyed today's video, please drop a like, a comment, a subscribe. All that stuff really helps out with the algorithm, keeps the channel going. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.